The New Movement Live, DJ Drewski, I'm here. Respect the grind, the label's in the building. We're going to start off to my left. Tell them who you are, where you from.
Know that. I am born king, Bed-Stuy, do or die.
Gato, tell them the full name.
Bah, nigga. Gato Delgado, Brownsville.
Jay.
Howard Projects,
know.
nigga.
J. Thuro, Flatbush, Brooklyn, the building, you heard me?
And David L.
He done did his own
The
session.
one and only East New York. Already know.
It's a lot of Brooklyn in here today.
Yeah, always.
Heavy Brooklyn.
But let's start with, each one individual, because when you hear the music, you're going to understand each artist has a totally different sound. Nobody's really coming the same on these records, but just the name, IamBornKing, where did that come from? We kind of know what it means, but to say, yo, that's my name, that's my artist name, how did that come about?
I mean, I really started feeling it, once I started discovering like my Nigerian background and my roots. I started feeling like a sense of entitlement to that name when I started learning more about myself. So really, and I wanted to put a meaning to it too as well. So it's like when you say my name, I want it to resonate with you in the same way that people can see me.
Right.
So like when you say I am born king, you're not only saying my name, but you're saying that about yourself.
Because we are all born kings.
For sure.
Facts.
Show that.
I like that.
Gato Delgado, that sound like a Cuban drug dealer or something. Man, we got to figure this out. And he got a record called Federal Indictment we're going to get to. But
say that.
Yeah, like.
That's funny you said that.
What's the origin of that? Is that your real name?
Nah. It's a long story behind it, but shorten it up. I got that in Mexico, the name. Gato Delgado. Gato Delgado, I got that name when I was in Mexico back some years ago. I was down in Reynosa, Tamaulipas, Reynosa, Mexico, which I actually named my daughter. Her name is Reynosa because of my situation over there. Got into a little situation over there where I ain't gonna talk too much, but I was kidnapped for 2 weeks.
Wow.
So the dudes that had me, this shit is deep.
It sounds crazy. I would love to talk about it, but we ain't gotta bring it back up. But
we ain't gotta do that.
It just sounds like a story right there.
Yeah, so I kind of got that. I got Gato because when they released me off the Tamaulipas and McAllen Bridge, when I crossed back over to Texas, they said something to me that stuck with me. They didn't give me the name. They just said some shit like Gato Delgado, something like that. Like,
right.
And that means like alley cat, like I get to live again. You know what I'm saying? And the dude that had me, the dude that was, it was like 8 of them. The dude that was the main dude out of all of them, his name was Delgado. His last name.
Wow.
So a month or 2 later, I found out he got killed. So I just ran with the name. You know what I'm saying?
When you found that out, was it like a little celebration on the inside? Like, yes.
Nah, because
I would have been going crazy.
Because I wouldn't say I always, when I tell a story, I always say it was kidnapping, but it wasn't kidnapping because I wasn't taken against my will. I went there.
Right.
You know
okay. Got you.
But I went there for a reason, but the situation turned out to where I was held against my own will.
Right.
I was supposed to come back, but they held me. People that sent me there, they knew them for years, so they was like, nah, this ain't that type of situation. Because they had an issue that they thought I was.
They just took it out on you,
and they took it out. So
you set yourself up for failure.
So they worked their differences out. They released me, but through it all, they were actually cool dudes. Yeah, like later on, I found out. So after that, they felt bad. They started taking me places. They was doing shit at my last couple days there before they released me. So when I found out what happened to them, I was like, I grew to respect them after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like you with killers, you with these dudes that you hear stories about. I was sitting there with
this
these
is real. This ain't a music video. This ain't
no, this
TV.
Shit was this shit was real. So I respected them after.
Real cartel.
Right. So it's crazy because when I went down there, I didn't know nothing about none of that shit.
Right.
I mean, you heard stories about El Chapo,
yeah.
But you ain't thinking that there's multiple El Chapos out there. Like I ain't knowing who the fuck is what. I just went to Mexico. I'm like, all right, you gotta go to Mexico. You gotta do this, do that. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. So when I got there and they telling me who they was, I was like, whatever. I
ain't taking it.
I wasn't into all that Mexican gangs.
From Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm like, man, whatever. When I came home, this what scared me. This shit is crazy. I was scared eventually, once the situation
Right,
happened.
right. Once you knew it was real.
Then, once I knew it was real, I got scared, but I'm like, shit, I'm here.
Right. Now I just got to figure this
When
out.
I came back to Brooklyn and I did my research on these dudes, when they told me who they was and shit like that, and I did my research, I'm like, oh, shit. These is who the fuck I was with? And that's when I got scared. I'm already home now. I'm like, damn. I was with, I'm with some real motherfuckers. I was with some real motherfuckers, and it's just,
That's what.
you know what I mean? But that's how I got the name, though.
That's super deep. Like, you know, when you ask people like where they get the name from, that's like a super deep story to where the name came about.
That's a story.
Yeah, I know. Like Jay didn't go to Trinidad and get like, you know, no. Okay, so Jay, break it down, Jay.
So basically, it's actually my man K-Lo. He gave me the Thuro part. Cause coming up, I ain't really take nothing from nobody. So that's actually where the Thuro came from. Dead serious. So then also a part of me, I'm thorough with everything I do, as they can tell you. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna use that thorough because it also reflects me in both ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't play no games and I'm serious about anything I do.
Right.
Then of course Jay is just my name, you know what I'm saying? Took my name Jay, so put it together, Jay Thuro. You know what I'm saying?
Easy. Like, see, those are the you know, typical how I got my name. DJ Drewski. My real name is Andrew, so the Drew. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That Mexican story is different.
It's different, all the way different.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
Goes to show you the level we on right now. You know what I'm saying?
I battled for a long time. I've been rapping for a long time.
Right.
Yeah. And I used to jump behind. Even when I was in school, I used to try to write names and how it would look on paper. How could I sign this name and that name? And my original name was Well Known. My real name is Tony. So my original rap name was Well Known Tone. So a lot of dudes that been in, like a lot of fans that knew me for years, they know that Well Known Tone. But I never liked how it sound. I ran with it because that's what
how it sound.
Yeah.
You like how it sound?
No, he doesn't. Gato Delgado plus the story behind it.
Scrap that one.
I didn't even like. I really don't even still. I really don't like Gato Delgado, but it got a story behind it.
Right.
That's why I'm like,
that's perfect.
The story's crazy. So
and a ring too. It's a ring. Yeah.
So it's like even when I went to go meet up with DJ Will years back, and when he already had my name,
right.
But he never saw the face. So when I went to go see him, he like, yo, I thought it was gonna be like a Puerto Rican nigga with braids or something. He see a black dude walking in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because all the gatos I know, they like street getting money Spanish people. Like, all the gatos.
So let me tell
you. And they fat, right?
And let me tell you something to confirm that, you know, to make that valid. When we did the K Slate interview, that was the funny part of the interview, right?
Yeah, K Slate.
I found it so hilarious. He was like, that was the first question that he asked Gato, like,
Spanish.
So Latin, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What kind of question?
Straight to it.
It's funny though, cause I'm part Spanish. I'm Panamanian.
Okay.
And Trinidadian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't speak no Spanish though. But I mean, a little bit, but I don't really speak Spanish and shit. But nah, ain't got nothing to do. Ain't got nothing to do with me being Spanish, but nigga, half Spanish, nigga. Like,
definitely a story behind it. I mean, now, David L., your name ain't that special, to be honest, and no disrespect, but you did start Respect the Grind, which I've been in tune with for a while now. You know what I'm saying? And not only do we respect your grind, but what you've done for other artists just in the game when it comes to new artists. And, you know, before it was a label, I think you were just doing events, right? You could speak on it. Pull the mic up. Because we got, you know, David L was one of those guys that been running around New York City for a while. You know what I'm saying? Putting on for artists.
Put respect on his motherfucking name.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Nah, well, honestly, David L, the L is my middle name.
What's the David?
But, you know, David's my first. The L is for my middle name. If you could guess my middle name, if you don't know me, if you could guess my middle name, hit me up on Instagram. I'll make something happen for you.
Oh, you got like prizes and prize. If you could guess his middle name, you got
Daddy L.
Can we all take a guess real quick?
Right now, yeah.
Because since it's live,
somebody
y'all
knows.
might get it. Y'all might get it. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jay know it.
You know,
I don't know it, but I can guess it.
None of them know it because I don't.
He don't put it out there.
I don't think anybody would guess it. If it is what I think it is, no, you wouldn't guess that.
Oh, nah, shit like that?
Oh, it's something crazy.
Leonardo.
Not Leslie.
Nathaniel.
See, y'all saying Leslie.
Leonardo.
We're going to keep this moving.
Okay, so Respect the Grind. Where did it start? How did it start? And why is it now to this point where, you know, you have artists?
Well, the funny thing is that Respect the Grind was born in Philadelphia. Personally, you know what I'm saying? It was 3 cats that I knew. We decided to do certain things, And what it was that we had creative differences. They wanted to do shows in the park. I wanted to do shows in Madison Square Garden.
Talk
So-
your
Talk your
ish.
shit.
Yeah, talk your ish.
So long story short, then that was 2009. So I was like, yo, you know what? It's time to be out. It's time to do our thing. You know, we going just terrorize the city. We got to put people in position. So obviously I made it a legal business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just trying to put people in position, doing shows, meeting DJs like yourself, putting people in position, and just winning. That's
Right.
it. COVID forced the label.
But I feel like low key that was always your vision, right? Because you was building a lot of relationships, working, and even though you saying yo we was doing shows, I feel like the vision though was always to use the shows to get to this point. Now, am I correct?
Well, I mean, on a low year, because like, you know, coming up, it was people like 50, and, you know, like when you was doing shows with them and you setting up tours, you know, with the whole G-Unit label back then, and then like going to seminars with Diddy and Russell, it made you understand about being a mogul.
Right.
You know what I mean? So low key, I did want to do it, but I never said it. But we decided we had got a distribution deal back in 2019. We restructured it. COVID hit. Restructured it again, and it forced us to do this label thing.
Right.
So after that, I was like, yo, because it was you were a big motivator, because you always said in shows, listen, give me something to work with, give me something to work with. And I know I've known you a long time, but I never really pushed the issue. And then all of a sudden I said, look, now we got something to work with. So now what's up? You know
Well,
what I mean?
usually when new labels
Yeah,
are
what's up?
created, right? Yeah, you know, they start off with one artist. There's 3 artists up here, and there's still more part of the gang. So, what made you say, yo, I'm gonna go pick? And they all got different styles, which I respect. But why start off with 4 or 5 artists?
Because you want to attack the industry 4 or 5 ways.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like if you in a war, you know, you need your knight, you need your shooter, you need your dude. You know what I mean? You need your muscle, you need your
Right.
super muscle, you know what I mean? So you gotta attack the industry different ways and hit them. You know what I mean? And what for us, I feel maybe everybody could get in.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if one get in, everyone else get in. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta attack. You gotta attack one way. You can't put all your eggs in just one basket. You gotta have that basket full of
Right.
grenades. You know what I mean? Throwing them and stuff like that.
So in that case, right? Because I've been talking about different styles. Break down what IamBornKing, is he the shooter? What's his style? For people that don't know, that never heard the music, what would you say his position is a part of the team?
Honestly, I would say he's the muscle.
Mm.
And the reason why he's the muscle, because he's the most, like, to me, is the most diverse.
Got it.
You know what I mean? He'll hit you with
You could jump on a
Afrobeat,
reggae record,
yeah.
street hip hop record,
Yeah.
some R&B joints, and just go crazy.
Yeah. And I would say Gato would be the shooter,
Mm.
because once you just put him on a track, that's it. You know what I mean?
Got it.
And Jay Thuro, on the other hand, he's that silent assassin. So he's that grenade, because once you give him a track, you throw it, boom. You know what I mean?
Hit you with something you wasn't expecting.
Exactly.
Now, would you say he covers more of your Caribbean side when it comes to music?
I would say that's what I want him to be.
Right.
He wants to rap, but that's what I want him to be.
Dope part
You know
about
what I
it
mean?
is that though.
And
That he could do both.
Low key, yeah. And he hit me with that like after years of knowing him, and I was like, where the fuck did this come from?
Right.
And everybody just loved it. So, you know,
But
it's
that's
a gift from
that's
the curse.
really where all my music started, from
Right.
school days and stuff like that. I used to be the dude that chat in the cafeteria and all that. Like they used to call me Bounty and shit. So I used to be that guy singing all the reggae. But then I started rapping. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I love rap music too. So
Right.
But now it's coming back to I'm gonna do both though. I'm gonna do both. Don't worry, Dave. I got you. I got you.
He wants you to stay focused, Jay. So let's jump straight into Federal Indictment. That's the single out now. These 2 guys.
yes,
It's Gato's record featuring IamBornKing.
yes.
You could talk about how it came together. You know, and as an artist, sometimes artists are picky with throwing features on their singles, on their records. Why did you say, yo, I'm gonna put my man, I'm gonna put IamBornKing on this one?
Originally, so in the beginning when I first did this song,
Mm-hmm.
when I wrote it, it was inspired by one of my friends that went to jail, went to the feds. He was in the feds before. He came home, he was on probation, and right before he got off probation, he caught another indictment. So I heard the beat and the shit was talking to me. So I made it for him. It wasn't even a song. It was a freestyle. I just had one hook, one verse, and that was it. I didn't give a fuck about it. I was like,
right.
You know what I mean? Because I was pushing another record that I had that I really cared about more. Called Valentino Walking. But when me and King met, like right after I made this freestyle, and we met through a mutual friend that's his cousin, my man Eli. Eli, like, yo, my cousin rap, whatever. We was talking on the phone. We was talking on the phone for days, me and King. And he was doing Afro beats at the time. He said he ain't fucking with rap no more. I said, yo, I told him.
That's my feet. That's because of me. I told him.
He brought me back.
I told him, I said, fuck that Afro beat shit. When you hear this, you gonna want to do this. Trust me.
Amazing.
He like, yo, man, Afro beats is the wave. I said, nah, I understand it's the wave, but these streets never gonna. You know what I mean? Once you got the streets, you could do whatever else you want to do. They always gonna be there with you. Yeah. I said, let's get the streets first, cause I'm a diverse artist. I got mad different shit.
Right.
But we pushing this right now. I got some reggae shit. You know what I mean? Whatever's gonna come out later. I'm trying to tap into that Latino world and all that shit. But right now, so I'm telling him about the track, and I said, matter of fact, let's link up. And never seen him before, just off phone.
Right. We
linked up, and I remember the first time he heard it, we was in Linden Projects in Eli's man crib. Yeah. And I played the record. That nigga looked at me. He turned around, looked at me. He was like, yo, God, I need in. I said, I told you, nigga. And then he hit me like 2 days later, like, yo, let's go to the studio. I'm like, you ready? He's like, yeah. I never heard a verse. I heard it in the studio.
While he was recording
it. I said, yo, I need to do my verse over, bro. Yo, word of mother. Like, I like, yo.
Keeping it 100. So.
Yo, on some 100 shit. Like, you know, I'm a throwback rapper. Like, I give niggas props, man.
Right.
I get niggas they flowers by their head. Like, and I told him right there in the studio, I said, yo, nah, your verse, you fucked me up on my own song, bro. Like, I gotta do my shit over. He's like, nah. To this day, that's the best part of the song. Like, when I listen to this shit, I skim past my shit.
Damn.
To his verse, dead ass. The bridge, and the crazy thing is about it. All right, so let me tell you how the bridge came about. That's not even like when it goes to the breakdown, but the in Guyana they wanna murder me, but no more. In Guyana, that shit wasn't meant to be a bridge. The beat, how I wrote it to how the beat was made. It was only like a minute and some change. Yeah. So the end of the beat is the bridge. When the beat goes off, the engineer, my engineer Sonny, placed my voice there, and I told him just keep looping my voice, keep looping them words. In Guyana they wanna murder me, but that don't. So it went off like that, and that's how the song, that's how the freestyle went. When he came, there was no more to the beat, so my engineer had to loop the beat again to start the beat for his verse. So he used my verse,
right.
The beat part of my verse,
the instrumental part,
right. So he added him on, and I said, yo, matter of fact, keep the end of the song in front of his verse. And that's how I got like that.
That's why it's formatted like that.
Right. So it sounded like a bridge, but it wasn't meant to be.
So y'all do the record, he jumps on it, goes crazy. Now we get Rock Davis to shoot the video, right?
Yeah.
Then I go away.
No,
then I go away.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So it gets real.
Yeah. I went away. I ain't know. He told me, he kept telling me about his manager. I'm gonna let my manager hear this, whatever. I'm like,
right.
I said, yo, bro. I said, look, I gotta go sit down for a little minute. I said, yo, whatever you do with the record. I told him straight up. I said, yo, fuck it, bro.
Right.
Do what you do with the record, bro.
At this point.
If it take off, go ahead, bro. Just scream my name, my nigga. Like,
right.
I told him straight like that. I said, fuck it, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Well, I'm gonna hold back a record while I'm gone. I said, do what you do. You pop with it. Just don't forget me, my nigga.
Real.
And then when I called him, I was inside. A couple months later, he told me about his manager. Heard it. My man Block told me about. They spoke on the phone too. He was like, yo, my manager, David L, he feeling it when you come home, this and that. So, you know, you hear stories all the time. So I wasn't really hyped. I was just like, man, whatever, cool. Man. Like, all right, yeah. And then when I met him, he was more hype about the record than I was. Like, that's why I fuck with him hard.
Right.
He don't have to be behind this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There wasn't no like contracts and none of that shit. Like, ain't sign here. He just jumped behind it. I mean, like full force, putting like, you know what I mean, put up with me and all this and all that. So I had to respect that.
Why David L this record? Because you've worked with a lot of artists, you hear a lot of records. What about this one got you excited?
What it was is that because it was so relevant to the times of what was going on, and was like, you know what? And it was something different because in New York, you know, everybody doing drill, everybody running trap. And to me, it's like, you know, when I look at New York City, I don't see the identity no more. You know what I mean? So for me, it was like, you know what? Let's bring New York rap back on something different than everybody in New York jumping on the wave of the South and everything else. So let's bring the identity back. So that's why that track, when I heard it, I listened to it about at least 15 times. And then it made sense to me, like, yo, we got to move this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just caught my ear because, I mean, I was like, yo, we going to do this. We're going to do this the right way. And then we here now.
We here now.
See?
Wow.
Yeah.
Federal Indictment.
Yes, sir.
Now that you know that's the single right now. That's what you guys are focused on. But I'm sure you got a lot more music that because you play me some joints.
Yeah.
You know, like IamBornKing joints. Let's talk about what's next for you as far as the music goes.
I mean, after Valentino Walking, we looking at Doubletree. You heard that one.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a big vibe. You know, we talking like really global vibes. And Jay Thuro just showed off he showed up on a whole different dance hall vibe. So I know that's gonna take us to a whole nother level. Just in those 3 songs. So and we didn't even unpack Found You. So that's
So is there like a tape coming? Is it just dropping singles on them?
That's it. We gonna do this. Yeah, we running this single wave. We moving just singles, solid. You know,
I'd rather the single wave.
Yeah.
You could treat when you put out a whole package is like I did and it's done.
Right.
But when you drop a single, you could really treat each single like a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's sequels and
You fill them up.
Yeah, you feel me? I like to take my time and just.
Yeah.
I think we want to take our time and drop singles. And shit,
Definitely, because you want people. You want the fans to resonate with you. You want the people to understand who you are, and if that's a slow and steady process.
Right.
As long as it's a process with something that we can keep constant, then we good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, once they asking for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't feel like they're asking. They're
not rushing
asking,
it.
Yeah, they're not asking
yeah.
for a tape from us right
yeah.
now.
You're not
You know what I'm
rushing it,
saying?
so it's just
Once they asking for a tape, then you know what I mean.
Right.
But it's up to the manager. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the single wave is the way to go.
Yeah.
The end of the day, this is a movement.
Yeah.
It's respect the grind, period. Like,
Right.
if you out here grinding, okay, what you doing to getting your money, you feeding your family, that's what this is about. So it ain't just words. And also, speaking on the dancer way, we also got a shout out to that COVID-19 record by Blue Line. You know that's
yes.
one.
Play that one too.
Big
Shout out to
vibe.
Blue Line.
Yeah.
We have records, and we're going to hit them
Right.
from different avenues. That's what it comes down to. It's music, and music does not have an expiration date when it's good music.
So you re-dropping Valentino Walking? Is that
Yeah.
going to be the second one? Like,
Yeah.
It's going to be under The Orchard because now with our distribution. So,
Right.
I mean, shout out to KMG, The Orchard, you already know. But it's under that, so now we're taking everything that's done, and we're gonna repackage it and move it out.
got it.
We're gonna drop that with a surprise with it. We ain't gonna unload.
Can't say much.
We ain't gonna say
but
much.
it's coming.
It's gonna be a surprise with that.
Now, Jay, we getting Caribbean vibes or we getting some, backpack rapper vibes? What you dropping on this?
Well, we definitely coming with the single wave. My next joint is gonna be for the ladies. That's what my next joint gonna be. It's for the ladies.
Gotcha.
I already started working on it. It's called Addicted to Your Loving. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I might do that one myself or I might throw Gato and BornKing on it. I don't know. I might switch up the vibes. See what I'm saying?
I'm glad you let me know.
No,
man.
I feel like
Born.
once you guys are all got your records out, your joints out, everything's bubbling, then you got to put a Respect the Grind, compilation type
right?
Yeah, for sure.
record together.
It's coming. Once we get at least, I say, good 6 out, then we can work on that.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be the wave. I think really to push the crew as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely look forward to hearing new
Hosted by
music.
Drewski, right? Hosted
Huh?
by Drewski.
Yeah, let's get it. I'm here.
Yeah. Plug
Listen.
that. Good plug.
When the artist could pull up on me
Yeah.
twice in 2 weeks, that means something is bubbling.
Good
You know what I'm
plug.
saying?
Those are good plugs.
So just
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
attention,
Get it.
respect the grind in the building. Just let them know your Instagrams before we get out of here so they can follow you.
Know that I Am Born King. That's on the IG at IamBornKing NYC. Tap in.
Gato GATO.DELGADO. Gato.Delgado.
Your boy Jay Thuro. You can follow me at Jay Thuro Music. That's JTHUROMUSIC. Let's get it.
Well,
Nice,
it's real
smooth.
simple. David, the letter L, RDG.
There it is. Respect the grind in
David
the
Leonard
building.
Thornton.
Yeah, we gonna have to get. He gonna tell us off camera. It's the new movement. DJ Drewski, respect the grind. You know the vibes.
Bow.
Bang.